They say the ocean never sleeps, that its rhythm hums like a song only a few souls ever learn to understand. Its tides move with quiet certainty, carving stories into the shore. And somewhere along this rugged stretch of coastline, one dreamer decided to listen, really listen. He didn't set out to build a mansion or a monument. He wanted something simpler, something true. A place where life could flow with the same rhythm as the sea itself, where the scent of salt and cedar could mingle in the morning light, where each wave outside the window could whisper a new idea. So he built a barndominium, not just a structure, but a heartbeat made of steel and sunlight. It stands where the land meets the surf, humble yet alive, its metal skin glinting like a board fresh from wax, its wooden bones warm beneath the coastal wind. Inside, it's not about perfection. It's about purpose. Tools hang like instruments waiting for a song. Dust floats through the air like memory. And every sound, the creak of a beam, the hum of a saw, the distant call of gulls, becomes part of a rhythm older than any design plan. Because this isn't just a workshop. It's a sanctuary for creation, a place where imagination finds shape in wood and wave. It's where the ocean's endless motion meets the stillness of craftsmanship, a dance between chaos and calm. They say the ocean never sleeps. But here, in this Surf Workshop Barndominium, it feels like it finally found a place to rest, just for a moment, in the hands of someone who understands its song. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button because it's a simple way to show your love for these incredible designs. Before the first beam rose, there was only an idea, fragile, fleeting, yet powerful enough to stir something deep within. It wasn't a dream of luxury or grandeur. It was a dream of freedom, the kind that smells like salt in the air and feels like sunlight warming calloused hands after a long day by the sea. It began with sketches on crumpled paper, corners smudged with sawdust. A few lines that hinted at more than a structure. They hinted at a feeling, a sense of belonging to both the land and the water. For a surfer, the ocean is never just scenery. It's a teacher, patient, humbling, and endlessly alive. Every wave carries a lesson about balance, timing, and surrender. And this home, this barndominium, had to echo those same lessons. He wanted walls that could breathe with the wind, a space that didn't just hold life, but moved with it. No sharp edges pretending to be perfect, no sterile polish chasing trends. Just honesty in the steel, in the wood, in the hands that built it. Each board placed became a promise to live simply. Each nail, a reminder that true beauty doesn't need to shout. It was never about chasing comfort. It was about creating connection. In that quiet garage, between the scent of resin and the hum of an old radio, the dream began to take shape. Not just a place to sleep, but a place to be, to build, to breathe, to listen. Because sometimes the truest designs aren't drawn by architects. They're drawn by the rhythm of the waves, the pulse of the heart, and the quiet courage to dream differently. We share new content regularly to help you create spaces you love, so don't forget to subscribe. Designing a Surf Workshop Barndominium isn't really about blueprints or measurements. It's about rhythm. The kind you feel when you paddle out at dawn, chasing that first clean line of a wave. It's about finding a flow between strength and softness, steel and sunlight, structure and soul. Each beam, each window, each curve was shaped with that rhythm in mind. The walls don't stand stiffly, they breathe. They invite the sea breeze to move through, carrying the scent of salt and wood shavings. The roof catches the light like the crest of a wave, changing with every hour, every mood of the sky. It's less about control, more about conversation between human hands and the elements they work with. Wide barn doors swing open, not just to welcome in the day, but to welcome in ideas. It's where boards glide across the floor, freshly shaped, still dripping with creativity. where tools hang not in clutter but in quiet order, ready to be picked up when inspiration strikes. The light here doesn't just enter, it arrives. It spills across the walls like a morning swell, revealing textures, colors, and memories built into every surface. Nothing is hidden. Everything has purpose. This isn't a place built to impress. It's a place built to express. It reflects the way waves form and fade, the way wind sculpts dunes, the way time itself shapes us. Every angle, every choice, carries a whisper of the ocean's rhythm. Because when form meets flow, something beautiful happens, a harmony between what we build and what moves us. And that's where design stops being just architecture and becomes something closer to art. If you found this video inspiring, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Your support means to me, and it helps keep the design ideas coming your way. Here, the materials tell their own story, quiet, raw, and honest. Nothing glossy or pretending to be more than it is. Just the kind of beauty that comes from truth. The walls are lined with reclaimed cedar, once part of an old pier that held its ground against countless tides. You can almost feel the salt still living in its grain, the whispers of years spent watching waves rise and fall. The floor beneath your feet is polished concrete, simple, cool, and grounded. It carries the memory of bare, sand-covered feet walking in from the shore. It doesn't need perfection. Its small cracks and subtle stains are part of its character, reminders that life leaves its marks, and that's what makes it beautiful. Steel beams stretch upward, catching the light in ways only time and weather can teach. When the sun hits just right, they glisten, like the sheen of a freshly waxed surfboard before it meets the water. Strong, steady, and ready. Every nail, every joint, carries intention. You can feel the hand of the maker in each touch point. Not a machine's precision, but a person's care. It's not about flawless design. It's about honest design. Nothing here tries too hard. Nothing hides behind shine. It all breathes, open and unpretentious, just like the ocean it stands beside. And maybe that's the quiet magic of it. This barndominium doesn't chase beauty. It simply reveals it. In every imperfection, in every texture, there's a story of resilience, of craftsmanship, of connection. The materials don't just build walls, they build emotion. Real, grounded, and alive, like the sea itself, endlessly humble, endlessly true. If you love this type of look, hit that subscribe button to help us create more videos. And let us know in the comments what you'd love to see in future videos. Step inside, and you'll feel it right away. This isn't a house pretending to be a workshop. It's a workshop that just happens to feel like home. Every inch of it breathes purpose, from the scuffed floors to the warm light that spills across the workbench. There's no separation here between living and creating. They exist together, like the tide and the shore. The scent of cedar dust hangs in the air, tangled with the faint salt of the sea. It's comforting in a way words can't quite capture, the kind of smell that reminds you of effort, of making something with your own hands. Somewhere, a saw hums softly, steady as a heartbeat. Other times, it's just silence, the kind that isn't empty but full, waiting to be filled with ideas. Every corner tells a story. There's a rhythm here, tools arranged not for show, but for instinct. You reach, you work, you pause, you breathe. One corner holds the soul of the surf, boards in progress, their smooth curves taking shape, each one meant to meet a wave and carry someone's freedom. Another corner hums with quieter work, sketches turned into furniture, into something you can touch, sit on, live with. Nothing is perfect, and that's the beauty of it. The uneven grain, the rough edge, the handmade imperfection, they're reminders that creation isn't about control. It's about connection. This space doesn't just build things, it builds stories. It's alive in the way only a place filled with passion can be. And if you listen closely, you'll hear it. The sound of a dream being shaped, one piece of wood, one breath, one wave at a time. Good design doesn't fight nature. It listens to it. It moves with it. It knows when to open, when to rest, when to let the world in. This Surf Workshop Barndominium was never meant to stand apart from its surroundings. It was meant to breathe with them. In winter, it soaks up the warmth of the low sun, wrapping the space in a soft glow. In summer, the sea breeze moves through like an old friend,